Ça c'est trop drôle ça. Ah, yeah, that's too funny, come on. What the hell are you doing here? Mr. Cousteau, qu'est-ce qui va? Qu'est-ce qui va? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Hey, how come you got a special card to go in there, you, Monsieur Bussieres? Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. Qu'est-ce qui va? Just like the old days.
My son, they're still there. We started to see you before. If you want to stand right in front of the flag, so. You waiting? We've never met.
I'm Morgan.
Charles, how are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know this guy?
No. Sorry. That's okay. Hi.
I hear he's banned from here for some reason.
This new sergeant arm is not stupid.
Well, that's not. You're not being very nice right now.
Oh boy.
So where's your office? Here in front?
No, I'm Lisa.
I guess we're waiting.
Wait for what?
And just kind of was pulled up here. We don't have a lot of staff in New Brunswick right now, so I'm pretty much covering every inch of the
I'm
call.
Charles. I'm Charles.
Hi, Charles. I'm
Charles
Morgan.
LeBlanc. I'm a blogger here.
I just moved here from Ontario in January, Kingston.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Been there before.
Yeah, it's a nice spot.
Nice. Military college there, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a CF, like a base there as well, and university, Queen's University. It's an old limestone kind of city. It's beautiful, really.
Am I bothering you, Monsieur Bussieres? Yes, I thought.
No.
No, I thought you guys were doing a news conference. I usually mind my own business, sit in the corner, you know. We know there's no editing here, so you know.
Oh my goodness.
There's no editing, so you know, just.
So you don't answer to any IR key that tells you what to say and what to do and all that stuff?
Well, I got my sources, you know.
You must be a real freelancer then.
A freelancer, yeah. I try to let the media do their job, but then I'm not here.
Are we good? Sir?
I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry we missed you before, but what are you doing here? I guess is the first question I have.
Well, the reason I showed up around the legislature today is that I'm really troubled or disappointed, if you will, in the way the allegation of harassment against the speaker has been handled. I personally don't think that. Well, let's look at it this way. There's three branches of government. They're supposed to be independent from one another. And we have someone from the executive branch that just basically said the speaker, okay, there's an allegation, you're out of here. And the speaker was elected by 49 members on the floor of the House. The only people who can remove the speaker should be the 49 members on the floor of the House. So, okay, so there's call for an investigation, that's not a problem. But really, this should have been, motion should have been put on the floor of the House, and this matter should have been debated there, and the decision then could have been made by all the members how to handle that situation. Without mentioning any part of the allegation is the process that I'm concerned with. And I like to think that New Brunswick, we still have three branches with equal power and independence from one another. Would you, you know, we certainly, for example, wouldn't want the Premier to suspend the justice of the province, for example, because that's an independent branch of government. Well, the same thing applies to the Speaker, and it's up to the members to deal with this situation, basically. So I just don't like the process, and I think representatives of the House, like elected MLAs, should have had the opportunity to debate how this was going to be handled on the floor of the House.
What did you think when the news first broke? Were you shocked?
Shock, well, you know, anytime there's a complaint of harassment against someone, obviously there's concern. And, but again, regardless who the chair of the Legislative Assembly was at the time, regardless who it is, yes, it's not pleasant to hear about this. However, the process has to be transparent and independent for the Legislative Assembly, and not have the Premier dictate how it should be handled. That's my issue. So 48 other members had no say into how this was going to be handled. That's the problem.
So they're meeting right now. How would you characterize the meeting that they're doing right now?
Well, under the Legislative Assembly Act, the only time a chair can take over the Speaker's duties is when either he resigned or he died or he's just incapacitated because of illness, this sort of situation. So technically, a chair cannot call for a Legislative Administration Committee to sit. Obviously, my understanding is the Premier just asked the clerk, and the clerk went along with appointing a chair to replace the Speaker. Well, only the elected members are allowed to depose of the Speaker. They voted him in. They're the only one who can take him out.
Do you know of anybody inside right now who's kind of advocating for what you're arguing here?
No idea. I haven't heard back from any MLAs. So,
have you reached out to anybody to say that the process here, that you don't believe it's being followed correctly?
Well, I put it on the Twitter, so
Okay.
everybody goes on Twitter, I gather.
We don't know what the allegation is.
Correct.
Have you seen it? Did you see anything when you were working with Chris Collins that could have been considered harassment of any kind?
Absolutely not. True gentleman, right true and true. Always in my presence, so no.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you concerned what kind of a harassment it could be? There's all kinds of harassment.
That's right.
What would be serious? Just the word harassment, would that give them permission just to say, okay, you're out of here?
No. There has to be a process, right?
So any harassment, say, well, he harassed me. What could be harassment right now? I'm harassing you, right?
I know.
So could that put me in trouble for harassment? No, seriously.
Yeah. No, that's I don't know what the harassment and that's an issue, but it has to be looked after on its own. The other issue is the process. Like I said, you can't, if 49 members elect the Speaker, 49 members must be called to remove the Speaker if that's what they want to do.
Just one more thing. You're a pretty smart guy in times. Do you think the day would arrive that you would be standing there with a little hat on and me, the camera in your face and doing
Flattery will get you nowhere with me.